Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at Lover Man by Hendrix. The tabs and the backing track are in the description if you need them. Let's jump straight in. Okay, so we're going to be starting in this first position B minor pentatonic. And that's going to be the basis for the whole of this song really. So the main thing that we want to focus on is the right hand and muting unwanted strings with the left. So here I'm strumming all the strings with my right hand and I'm only sounding out one note at a time with my left, with my fretting hand. So the first note that I want is this big bend on the 9th fret on the G string. So I'm muting all the strings that I don't want with my extra fingers and I'm playing the note with my 3rd finger while striking through with my right hand. So I'd say practice going through the pentatonic scale, just sounding out one note at a time. I've also got my thumb coming over the top to mute the bottom strings. So once you get that technique down, we're going to take a look at the main riff here. So we're going to be bending on the 9th fret on the G. Bend that all the way up to a full bend up to the 11th. Back down to the 9. You've got that 7 on the G. And you've got 9 on the D. So again with the right hand I'm strumming every string. I'm muting with unused fingers on the left. So it's alternate strumming. And I'm strumming each note. So after that I've got my thumb on the 7th fret E and I've got that B note on the D string on the 9th fret. So I'm just muting that middle A string. So full speed, that would be. So I'd say just practice that. Getting those single notes out, muting with unused fingers on the left hand. Just try to get it as clean as possible. Then it goes down to this A chord. 5, I'm fretting the 5th fret E string with my thumb. 7th fret with my 3rd finger on the D. 6th fret with my middle finger on the G. And that 5th fret on the B with my 1st. So after that main riff it goes into this little lead solo section. So it's all B minor 1st position pentatonic. So that's that classic bluesy lick on the 9th fret G, 7, 7, B and E. And then you're bending that 7th fret on the G up to that major 3rd. Then you've got 9 on the D and 9 on the A. Then you're going to do. So we're just going down the minor pentatonic. 7 up to 9 on the D. After that we've got this major, hammering onto the major third. So I'm barring the 7th fret on the G, B and E, and hammering on to the 8th fret on the G with my second finger. Then I've got some double stops on the B string. I've got 9th frets on the G and B, and then 7th fret on the same two strings. Just going down that minor pentatonic. So that whole first section all together. So this whole song is mainly led by the right hand, so I'd say focus on building up that rhythm attack, muting with the unwanted fingers on the left hand, and just getting it sounding as clean as possible. Right, so in the verse sections it's based around a 12-bar blues, so we're going to go B minor chord, we've got E major, and we're going to go up to that F sharp Hendrix chord, and at the end we're going to change it up slightly. We're going to do an octave chord. We've got 7th fret on the D and we've got 10th fret on the B, and then we're going to do an octave chromatic run up. So we've got like a D power chord shape, missing that middle note. Throughout the verses as well, with it being an instrumental version, I try to create a vocal line on the guitar and then go between that. So, and then after that I'd do this little riff. So I'd always go back to that riff and then add little bits in between that. So on that first chord, on the B chord, still in minor pentatonic. So it doesn't have to be exact, just try and get something in the realm of that. So this little riff, I'm always hammering on that 7th fret E string with my thumb. So that's 9 to 7 on the D. Literally just going down that E minor, the B minor pentatonic. And then the right hand's got that constant strum motion. After that we're going to the E chord, the E major chord. So here I mainly just slide up to the first inversion E major, so I'm sliding up to that 11th fret A string and then borrowing the 9 on the D and the G. Just basing it around that when I go to the E chord. Back to that B riff. After that we're going up to the Hendrix chord on that F sharp. So the strumming pattern, got this little funky rhythm thing. After that Hendrix chord on the F, we're going to that, the octave on the 7th fret D, 10th fret B, down to the D chord shape. So you've got 5th fret A string, 7th fret G, and just sliding that up chromatically up to the E. Then it's back to that B chord. Finish off in that A major shape. So the verse all together. So I try not to play the same thing twice really. As long as you stick to that B minor pentatonic and improvise in between that, in between the riffs, you can't go wrong. As long as you've got that constant right hand going, keeping that rhythm. So I'll play that a bit slower. So leading into the solo, we're going to be predominantly playing in the first position B minor pentatonic. So when I recorded my version of the song, I took some basic concepts of Jimi's solo and then improvised around that. So in the B minor pentatonic, I start on this 9th fret bend on the G. So I'm just going between that G and D string. All B minor pentatonic, first position. I then go into some natural minor. So I've got that 6th fret G, hammering at the 7th fret, back to that B note on the D. After that I'm going to that classic bluesy lick. So just borrowing that 7th fret on the B and E. After that I switch up the rhythm. So the right hand's constantly moving. After that I'm going to the top end of the minor pentatonic. 10th fret B, anchoring on that 7th fret on the E and B, 10th fret E, going back to that 7th on the E and B. When I'm playing it as well, I'm not really focused on keeping it clean, it's just that right hand's constantly going. Got that big bend, 10th fret E. So 7 hammer up to 9. 10th fret B. 7th fret B. Hammer up to 10. 9th fret G. Just B minor pentatonic. So the main focus is keeping it really rhythmic with the right hand. So all together. the second 12 bars. We've got some double stops and fast right hand strumming. So now we're sliding in the second position minor pentatonic. We've got 11th fret G and 10th fret B, and we're sliding up from a fret below. Constant 16th note strums with the right hand. Then we're going to keep that shape and just hammer on the pinky to the 12th fret B. So we're keeping that same theme in the next part. We're going up to the 12th fret on the B and E, but we're going to try and increase the speed of the right hand when we strum these. After that, back to that bluesy lick, first position. Now we're going to do a descending lick, B minor, 10th fret B, catch that 7 on the E, 10, pull off to 7 on the B, 9th fret on the G, borrowing that 7th fret with your first finger. Still going down that B minor pentatonic. 10 pull off to 7 on the B. Land on that bluesy note, 10th fret G. So we're going to double stops next. We've got 7th fret G and B. Hammer up to 9. Bend them. So I'm anchoring on that 7th fret D. And the final 12 bars of the solo, we've got the bass doing the... We're going to stay in the confines of that B minor pentatonic. We've got this bend. We're going to hold 9th fret G with your third finger. You're going to bar the 10th frets on the B and E strings with your pinky. You're going to bend that 9 up to the 11. And the right hand is going to strum constantly. Just keep moving that bend on the G. Still B minor pentatonic, 10th fret B string. Back to that little lick. So it ends on the A chord. And we're just going to move down to the A minor pentatonic. 7th fret bend up to 9. And then 5th frets on the B and E. So that final 12 bars. So after the solo, we're going into the final verses, and we're just going to be playing in B minor. So we're playing over the bass line, which is going to go... So it's just giving a free rein in the B minor pentatonic. So like we were doing in the first verses, we're going to use the vocal melody and then do kind of a call and response with the guitar in between that. So the first part, so we've got that vocal melody, and then the guitar response. Just try and be as creative as you can in that B minor pentatonic position. Keep it rhythmic, keep it funky with the right hand. So just try have as much fun as you can in that B minor. Keep that right hand going. And then finally, to close the song, we're going to be doing these dominant ninth chord shapes, just running between these. So this first one we're going to land on is 14th fret A, we've got 13th fret D, 14th fret G and 14th fret B. And we're just going to slide that down one. Just go between those two. Land on that 15th fret, 14, 15, 15. So we're going to do that 4 times. And to finish, so we're just running down a fret each time. Going down to that 9th fret and then landing on this C dominant. So we've got 8th fret E, 10th fret A, 8th fret D, 9th fret G, and then borrowing the A on the B and E at the bottom. And then finally landing the same chord shape, just a fret lower. And then stick your pinky on that 10th fret B for that dominant sound. If you're looking to improve your guitar playing, my online guitar course is out right now. The link is in the description, go check it out for more information.